Peace. I'm Rami Salam El. Thank you for joining us. Today is April Fool's Day, April 1st, 2014. But we're going to time travel back about 500 years. We're going to go back to 1492 to find out what April Fool's Day really is about. Going to be reading from Synchronicity and the Seventh Seal by the brother Peter Moon. Much love to you. I'm going to be reading from chapter 35, entitled Noble Juali, page 279. 1492 was a big year for the Spanish crown. In January, they conquered the last Moorish stronghold in Granada. This effectively vanquished any power or overt cultural influence the Moors still possessed. On March 31st of the same year, a proclamation was issued formally expelling all Jews from Spain. Jews. The next day was April 1st, a day which was to be forever remembered in the traditions and lexicon of our culture. Up to this point, the Moors were conquered, but had not officially been expelled or sanctioned. According to long-standing tradition, on April 1st, 1492, the Spanish executed a diabolical plot against the Moors. Any Moors who remained in Spain at that time had been told they could return to their home country of Morocco. Knowing the Moors were a suspicious lot, the Spaniards provided sailing vessels and docked them at port. When the Moors saw the vessels, they trusted that the Spaniards were not lying and proceeded to take their belongings and families to the ships. As the Moors left their homes behind them, the Spanish set fire to them. The ships either set sail or were burned as well, thus leaving the Moors as the first victims of what became known as April Fool's Day. It has been a celebrated tradition since that time. Although the Moors were completely defeated in Europe, it was a persecution that would only get worse. It is common history that the ships of Columbus were populated with prisoners. While many of them were indeed undesirables, some of them were Moors and Jews, who were politically dangerous to the church and were designated to be a subject people. Additionally, these Moors and Jews were deemed to be useful if they contacted European or African settlers in the New World. The ensuing years of history not only brought about an exploitation of a subjected people, it brought about a systematic destruction of their culture and their memory of it. Wake up. Despite the attempted destruction of their culture, the black Moors had a heritage and tradition which made them insurmountable. Due to the oppressive opposition, their culture could only be preserved by the concept of the Tao, or sacred drift. That's T-A-O. Tao, or Tao, I think is how you pronounce it. Into this scenario was woven the affable and non-threatening Uncle Remus, a caricature who represented homespun wisdom dispensed in a folksy way that bordered on the ridiculous. This was the element of the fool in the tarot. In this regard, it is ironic that the symbolic destruction of the Moorish culture occurred on what became April Fool's Day. Happy April Fool's Day. Feeling good? Still feeling like pulling a prank on somebody? Are you ready to wake up? I'm Rami Salam El, Grand Sheik of the Moorish Science Temple of America, International Asiatic Moorish Hip Hop Temple number 23, coming out of the Bay Area, Oakland Territory, Califia, or California Republic, northwest of Maxim, known in these days and times as North America. Amor, Shinjitsu, Shalom, Svoboda, and Justice. Much love.